Good morning, how are you guys? What's going on? Sorry I've been a little bit away, but I've had to move my whole life over to another part of the UK. Let me explain. Right, so as you can see, I'm not in my own house. Well, I am in my own house, but this isn't where I usually reside. Like this, I've got a skylight, I've got a bedroom here that looks a little bit different. Also, not to mention, I've got a little, you can look down and there is my living room. This place is insane. But basically, I've moved my whole life over to Leeds in like a throw of a hat. I'm in Leeds and it's pretty sick and I want to talk to you about it. I want to explain to you why I moved, whatever happened, all right? So let's get on with it. I don't know if you've noticed, or we probably haven't noticed just yet, but also I'm here on my own. Lucy's not here. Why? Because it's a pretty crazy thing to do. I just moved without my girlfriend. But there is a good explanation for the whole move and why I moved without my girlfriend. So I moved to Leeds without Lucy. She's still where we used to live. Reason being, she's got things to do down there, and then as soon as she's finished, she'll move up to where I am, right? So she's down in Essex, and I'm up in Leeds. I wanted to move, and I found a great place, I think, and I was like, okay, I want to move. If I don't do it right now, I'll never do it, because I know I wanted to move before. I've always said, like, I want to move to Manchester, or I want to move up to Leeds or something, right? Because up north is a little bit better than down south in terms of pricing, in terms of gyms. A bigger city, better people, better gyms, everything's better. And I always thought to myself, I was like, I want to move, I want to move, I want to move. And this was months ago. And me and Lucy never have. And then I thought to myself, I was like, if I don't do it right now, I will never do it. And I know that Lucy is still in Chelmsford, and we spoke about it, and she was like, it's completely fine, right? Basically, the reason why she has to stay is because she has to do her driving lessons, and then she has to do a driving test. She doesn't feel comfortable just moving to another city and then driving in here when she's been learning in another one. Does that make sense, right? So mid-March, she's got a driving exam. She's gonna pass, and she's gonna come down. That's basically what's happening, and that's it. It's just a little bit of a weird situation because obviously I could have waited, but then I'm saying to you guys, we would not have moved if I just didn't do it myself, all right? I know how we both are. I know we're happy and we're comfortable and we just keep going and stuff like that, but I want to move and I want to do more. I want to be more, and there's better things to be doing up here in North, whether it's Leeds, whether it's Manchester, whether it's Liverpool, whether it's Newcastle, anywhere. It's better here than it is down there, all right? And I also left my family behind. My family lives down south. But I'll be visiting regularly and they'll be visiting me regularly, right? In life, like, I spoke to my parents as well and they said, like, you just have to just leave the nest. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can only stay in one place for so long. I've essentially completed everything there. I know it sounds a bit weird, like, but I've been to every gym there. I've been there for years. It's where I grew up. It's time to leave. It's the same reason why people leave for uni, I guess. They're just like sick of living with like near their parents or sick of living in the same city they grew up in. It was time to move on and there's better things to reach. So that's why I'm in Leeds. Let's get on to breakfast. The breakfast is standard. 5 turkey rashers, bowl of cereal. Let's get it up. I'm not gonna lie to you, this is a very strange situation that I find myself in because I've never lived on my own. Like, I met with Lucy like nearly 4 years ago now. And then ever since we met, we essentially just moved in together because it was COVID. And then as soon as COVID happened, I was living in a accommodation day in, day out. And then as soon as COVID ended, we lived at my parents' house for a little bit. And then after that, we literally just moved into a flat. So we've never been apart. We've never even had like more than a couple of weeks apart. Like the last time we were apart was she went to America for a couple of weeks and I lived on my own, but I wasn't on my own, if that makes sense. And now I'm on my own, living on my own, in my own space for over a month, just to like waiting for her. It's been great so far. Like I like the space. It's just so different, man. Like it's just living with someone. And there's positives and negatives really. Like positives being she doesn't, you know, express the fact that it's a little bit messy or something. And on the other hand, I don't have anyone to speak to, if that makes sense. It sounds like I'm lonely. I'm literally not. It's literally completely sweet. But yeah, it's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different. But I love this place, and I love Leeds, and I love the gym, and everything here is so good. And we've got a push day today, and I'm really excited. Moving on from the whole topic of just girlfriends and that. 120 grams of Nesquik, 300 milliliters of skim milk. We've got 5 turkey rashers. That's the breakfast. Calories and macros are gonna be on the screen for you right there. In a bit. Hey, how'd you like this new spot? Fellas, the agenda for today is gonna be a heavy fucking bench press. 185, maybe 187, depending on how the bench feels. But we've got an event coming up next Saturday, and that's gonna be absolutely fucking bonkers, right? It's gonna be happening at Ultraflex. The tickets are available in the description if you want to grab some. Basically, Ultraflex charges £10 per person, but I've managed to get them down to £6 because I'm bringing in loads of people. So you can get into Ultraflex for cheaper, and it's just gonna be fucking crazy. We're gonna be giving away, like, we're gonna be giving away a ton of Overdrive, we're gonna be giving away a ton of Vanquish, a ton of My Protein stuff, a ton of just random bits and pieces. So if you wanna get involved, it's there, it's only £6. We're gonna be benching, well, I'm gonna be benching at the event. I'm gonna try and hit something like 192 or above. I wanna hit 200, but I've hit 190 before, and I want to get above that PR, so 192 or above, depending on how the day feels. Hopefully I'll just load up 200, because I might just do like a 180 warm up and then bang 200, but today is going to be a nice, calm 185. I'm still kind of getting used to benching at that gym, because it's got a fat pad and all, but the bar is a little bit different and whatever, and I'm not bringing in my own bar. Actually, now that I think about it, actually, you know what? They have power bars and stuff, but they're not the same as my bar. And I feel like I just don't want to bench with some goofy bar if it ends up being that the good power bar is taken. I don't want to end up benching with some goofy bar. So I'm just gonna grab my own bar. And then in terms of the rest of the session, we're gonna be doing like 162, maybe 165 for the back offs, like the sets of 4. And then just going absolutely crazy on the accessories. Did you hear that? That's Amazon. I'll be right back. Absolute beast. I don't even know what I ordered, but accessory wise, we're gonna be doing shoulder press, chest flies, lateral raises, tricep extensions, and I'm just gonna go absolutely balls to the wall. Essentially what my idea is, I train the bench press like a power lifter, and then I train the accessories like a bodybuilder. So I'm just gonna go to failure on the accessories, high reps, intensity techniques, drop sets, everything like that is gonna be happening. Bench press is kept within like reasonable RPE, 8 to 9. That's still quite heavy for powerlifting, but I just can't bring myself to actually just be a powerlifting nerd and just like stick to RPE 6 or 7. You know what I mean? It's just boring, mate. So I'm a power lifter, kind of. I don't pause my bench press. Yeah, well, the powerlifting sprinkle is there, but it's mostly bodybuilding, you know? Ultraflex is actually just an amazing gym. Like, the equipment range is like a perfect mix of everything that I had in the other city. So there's like good powerlifting equipment, there's amazing bodybuilding equipment, there's amazing lighting, it's loads of space, good people. The environment there is absolutely just electric, mate. Like, people there's like some proper good bodybuilders, there's some proper good powerlifters. It's just a good place to be. The owner of the gym, the manager of the gym, I think he's the owner, I think he's the manager. Great guy, people behind the counter, great people. I've got nothing to complain about, lad. I've got nothing to complain about, it's just a place to be, all right? But I'm gonna get rid of this pre-workout. I'm really excited to bench, because it's the first heavy bench session here. So, let's go. I'm gonna get rid of this, I'm gonna go for a shit, and we're gonna go to the gym. Let's go. This has to be top 10 most awkward things to carry. I've got literally, this bag probably weighs about 100 kilos, because I've got absolutely everything in there. It's like a military backpack. I've got 2 tripods, literally, there's so many things, and all my gym equipment, and my shoes, and my belt, and everything, and I'm carrying this. And also, in the hand that I've got the drone in, the hand that I've got the camera in, that I'm recording with, I've also got a drone. Oh my God, my life is so tough. I get to bring my own bar to the gym, and I get to train. Oh no, I'm not complaining, I'm fucking, this is a dream, but I'm just saying, to even get to my car with all this shit, it's just stupid. It's literally just stupid, guys. It's in. Let's go. lads. This is not my proudest performance. It just doesn't feel too optimal. But I know why. Alright, it's all different, right? I almost feel like because of the deadlift I did, my like whole upper back is smoked. So when I'm trying to set up, I'm trying to get tight. It just doesn't happen because my back's too fucked up. Either way, no excuses here. Did 185. I'm pretty sure my glutes were on the bench. All right, okay. Debatable, but also I don't care. And then 162, set to 4. I'm gonna do one more. It feels all right. It just feels like, it doesn't feel like home yet. You know what I mean? Like not everything is like perfectly set up and I'm just like getting down and everything feels good. Let's keep it going. I feel good though. It feels good. It's just like it's like a new little challenge, right? To try and get this like all set up. Once I get it all set up, that's what's gonna happen. Yeah. It's all fun and games bringing the bar in, but then when I have to come back in, after you finish training, it's like, the one thing I want to do right now is just go home and pass out. I gotta load it back in. Hey, can't complain though. At least the session actually turned out to be amazing. Like, apart from the fact that my bench felt a little bit awkward, everything else was spot on, which means it's not a case of like me being under recovered or me anything like that. It's literally just a case of I just need to fucking get used to this bench, and as soon as I get used to this bench, hopefully by next week when the event happens, I'll bench a PR, hopefully. We'll see. I just heard some people going, "He brought his own bar, I'm a nightmare, mate. I'm just a nightmare. I don't know what it is. I tried benching with the other bars they have. They have one good bar and then one really and then the other ones are like red, and they're not shit. They're by any means. They're great bars. It's just I'm so used to benching. Like, I've benched for years with this bar. I just can't go back. I can't do it to myself. I don't know what it is, and I'm not gonna go through the times of just like getting used to it. I ain't doing all that. So in the car it goes. Oh, can't fit. Can barely fit in the car, lads. Too big. I'm actually just too big. Thoughts on the session, it was absolutely spot on. However, can't wait to go back home and get some food. And listen, I'm gonna show you the most insanely cheap and just efficient bulking shake you've ever seen. Like a mass gainer without any of the shit, okay? This is gonna be like, this could be life-changing for some of you. This could be the difference between you gaining weight and not gaining weight. So let's get inside. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. All right, boys, now the only things you're gonna need for this monstrosity is preferably a blender, because without a blender, I reckon you could run into some lumping issues, but it's not really that big of a deal, because if you're having one of these bulking shakes, you're in the deep, yeah? It's not exactly, you're not exactly gonna be some absolute pussy who's gonna be like, oh no, my flavor or my lumps. You know, a little blender is ideal, because then you don't have to fuck around with fucking, you know, fucking around with the shit. All right, 2 of the key ingredients, right? Whey, whether it's isolate or whether it's just concentrate, whatever. I've got isolate here. Whey, all right? Cheap as chips. Well, as cheap as you can get it, right? If you get it for my protein, code Dave Trains, bosh, you can get a scoop of whey for like a few pence, right? And the key ingredient that nobody talks about, maltodextrin. Now, maltodextrin is essentially corn or rice that's been processed down and just basically run down until it's super easily absorbed in your body, right? It's high glycemic. So you've got the protein powder, which is gonna absorb super quickly, and you've got carbs, which are gonna absorb super quickly as well, which makes for a perfect fucking bulking shake. And one scoop, and it's just the same scoop as the protein powder. I wanna show you the size of the scoop, because it's literally nothing, I promise you. It's literally nothing. This scoop, 200 calories of just carbs. 200 calories of carbs. 200 calories of carbs. I'm sounding a little bit, I know I'm repeating myself, but it's actually just unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? So, we're gonna have 2 scoops of whey, which is gonna be 60 grams of whey, which is gonna yield probably about 50 grams of protein or thereabouts. To make that 66 grams, all right. And then watch this. So that's, I think 2 scoops of whey is or 60 grams of protein. That should be like around 200 calories anyways. So we've got now 200 calories. 200 calories. That's 600 in there already. 800. 3 scoops. Just something light, you know? Now, this shit doesn't actually like mess up. Like it actually mixes perfectly fine. I'm gonna show you the consistency in a second. Right, this is 800 calories. 800 calories. Watch this. Just takes a couple of pulses, that's it. And look, the consistency is like water, right? Because it's not actually thick or anything. 800 calories, watch this. That's 600 calories. That little gob, literally 600 calories. Just like that. Just like that, 50 grams of protein and 150 grams of carbs. How easy was that? Not to mention this bag of maltodextrin. Maltodextrin is extremely cheap. I think this bag was like £6. There's like a few kilos in here. Please, what's your excuse? I'll see you at 100 kilos lean, all right? Much love. This is the secret. You're welcome.